expand their business.
Thank you.
I yield back my time.
Our next witness, Dr. Robert Strom, is the
first
Director of
witness
Research and Policy at the Ewing, Marion Kauffman Foundation, located in Kansas City, Missouri. This foundation promotes innovation and research and awards grants to advance entrepreneurship and improve youth education. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Chairwoman Velasquez, and thank you for the opportunity to testify to this committee on the role that small businesses, entrepreneurs, and business incubators play in job creation. If there's a silver lining to the economic crisis our country faces, it is a tremendous attention now paid to job creation and economic growth from policymakers and academics, as well as everyday citizens. For far too long, the sources of job creation in our economy have been taken for granted. The Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation has been interested in these questions for many years, and we welcome the renewed focus on the issue of job creation. Today's conversation is particularly exciting to us because it moves the discussion of job creation to the level of new firms. Much of the debate regarding job creation in the past has focused on large, mature firms, but young, growing firms actually create the vast majority of jobs in this country. The Kauffman Foundation research has found that young firms less than 5 years old are responsible for virtually all net new jobs. Absent startups, net job creation would have been negative for 22 of the 29 years between 1977 and 2005. When startups are included, there are only 3 years of net job loss. Entrepreneurs alone cannot lead us out of our current economic problems, but economic recovery and job creation will not happen without them. In fact, a minority of firms generate a majority of new jobs in this country. The top 5% of companies, as measured by employment growth, create 2/3 of the new jobs. Even more impressive, the top 1% of companies generate 40% of new jobs. Most of these companies are young firms less than 5 years old. It is true that new businesses have higher failure rates than older firms, contributing significantly to job destruction and churning of jobs and businesses. While this churning does lead to a great deal of turbulence in the economy, it is also very important to the health and productivity of the overall economy. Less productive businesses fail, leaving stronger businesses with the greatest potential for future growth. The firms that survive and grow more than make up for the companies that fail. But how are young, small, and growing firms created? Economists have elucidated a great deal about firm and industry dynamics. That is how firms and industries are born, grow, and die. Incubators provide one important way that young, small firms may be born and start to grow. Others on this panel have firsthand experience in dealing with incubators, so I'm going to not comment a great deal about the business incubators and the business incubation process, except to say that it is critically important in the early stages of a firm's life. What I do want to do, though, in conclusion, is to say that it's important to remember that as important as incubators are, they are one piece of the entrepreneurship and job creation puzzle, albeit a very important piece of that puzzle. There are many ways that firms start and grow, and institutions and public policies that support entrepreneurship are vitally important to the young, small, growing firms within incubators, as well as the much larger group of new businesses growing outside of incubators. Among others, these policies include immigration policies that welcome talented, potential entrepreneurs and even favor those immigrants who plan to start innovative new businesses in the U.S. Regulatory frameworks that do not impose onerous compliance requirements on small businesses. Intellectual property laws that strike the right balance between giving sufficient incentives to inventors and imposing legal roadblocks to new entrants. Bankruptcy protection that mitigates the risk of business failure. Antitrust laws that allow for healthy competition. Marginal income tax rates that do not discourage entrepreneurial endeavors by minimizing their economic rewards. And finally, and very importantly, as we've talked about already, financial systems that offer access to both debt and equity capital for new firms. Policies in these arenas and others can work together to create an environment that is conducive to the birth and growth of new companies and will help incubators, accelerators, and other organizations be even more successful in their work. Thank you.